Today on the Francine and Darlene show, we are going to be talking to the super cool Sigmund Freud. We will also have a special appearance by Wednesday's dog, so don't touch your remote and hop on the boat of fun.
So here's the dealio.
Our boss finally raised our budget, so we have enough money to finally get a time machine and bring back Mr. Sigmund Freud. I mean, you guys are so excited about asking him questions. He's finally here to do so.
So yeah, our viewers have been tweeting him all morning with the hashtag #TheBigSig. So this is pretty exciting. We're going to be able to answer your questions. You have input in this episode. Pretty much the first time ever in history that you guys are going to be able to kind of like talk to someone who like died before you were born. So yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, Sigmund Freud is a known psychologist that made many new discoveries in his field of study. And he's a fabulous pioneer in psychology that should definitely be looked up to.
So yeah, well, please welcome Mr. Sigmund Freud.
Hello! Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh. Hi!
Hi there.
Hey, boy.
Hey,
Hi.
so welcome. How was your trip?
Oh, well, on my way here, my hair turned a little green, but, you know.
Oh, that happens.
Yeah.
Happens to me every time I use one.
Oh.
Ugh.
So your fans are asking you so many questions. Here's one from, let's see, at Freud for 5ever. And he wants to know, what was your childhood like?
Well, you know, I was born in, you know, like that year called 1856 to a Jewish family in Freiburg, Austria.
Oh my gosh, my cousin lives there. Do you know a guy named Alfred?
No.
Okay, that's awkward.
Okay, well tell us more
yeah.
about your early life. We want to hear more.
Well, I had a lot of siblings, and I was the eldest and the favorite. From an early age, I was obsessed with my dreams. Like, they always seemed so intriguing, and I started to write them down so I could, you know, like, figure out my unconsciousness, and it just made me feel like I could start something with my life.
So beautiful.
Gorgeous.
So beautiful. Okay, we gotta get an applause right now. That is just...
You know, it's so funny because I do the same thing. I record my own dreams too. Isn't
my
that
God.
amazing?
Cool
That's so
story, bro.
weird.
Seriously, cool story, bro. Cool story, bro. So our next question comes from @Freud the Droid. Yeah. Weird name,
That's
but-
a very odd name.
Yeah, well, I know, but it's the 21st century, so you gotta deal. Okay?
Well, the question
What's the 21st
is...
century?
Your mom.
Well, what the question is, what is talking therapy? Because, you know, we all love to know when he says, and by the way, I love Sigmund Freud! Those aren't my words.
That's just a little creepy.
Just roll with it. Just roll with it.
I do have a wife.
You know, just never mind. Just answer the question.
Okay. Well, you get my patients to relax, and they talk about their feelings, and through their feelings I analyze them, and then I can figure out what their brain, like their mindset and their stream of conscience, and I can figure out, like, their true feelings in their life.
Oh, hello, fascination. Now, @Freud
Hello?
Alert. Excuse me?
Hello?
Okay. Now, @Freud Alert wants to know what you id, ego, and superego studies are about.
Well, the brain is split up into 3 parts, like the id and the ego and the superego. The id is full of desire, so it's uncontrolled and wild, and you don't want to touch it. And
You
the
know,
superego is something like the internalization of one's parents. It's pretty much the conscience. And the ego is the thing that negotiates. It controls the id and the superego.
Wow. Well, what are your roots in this little study here?
Oh, really? Well, I believe that all human desires are connected to sexual...
Alright, well that's all we got for today. Thanks, Mr. Freud, for visiting us, and have a safe trip back.
Nope.
This is Sigmund Freud coming to you from the Francine and Darlene show.
Yeah.
Bye!
Okay. Well,
Bye!
Wait. Alright, Sigmund, we had to ask you some questions. What do you think of this interview?
Well, I had a good time today. I got to talk about my childhood and where I showed many interesting sides of psychology, and I also got to share my studies of the talking cure and how I invented it. And I also shared about the id and the ego and the superego. And although they did cut me off when we started to talk about my feelings about sexuality and their desires, but I guess they really didn't care to learn about that little section right there.
Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air.